Hello and welcome to this late morning taste challenge. This is going to be for an upcoming day. I need to mark that off. Sorry about that. We have two French brandies. One is Cognac brandy. Let's see okay. Got it. Taken care of. A little date book. Very convenient. All right. Nah. Uh-oh. Forgot to make my tags. Oh, golly. That's the thing about blind taste test. You have to get kind of organized. I got to get organized like Travis. Got to get organized. Betsy would say, you mean organized. No, I mean organized. All right. So we got C for Ciroc. And then we got the other brandy. All right. So Martell. Been on the market since 1715. That's a long time ago. That was the year that King Louis XIV of the House of Bourbon died. 1715. He was the longest reigning French monarch from age 5 years old until he died 72 years later. So from Bourbon, France. Now, Ciroc. Okay, that's Mackerel says, I have two Michelob Amber Box left. How'd you like them? Did you enjoy them? I started drinking Amber Bock in 1995. I knew this guy. He's still alive. He's old. But, you get old if you live. He was saying he really liked Amber Bock. He was the first person I knew that drank it. He said, yeah, I like dark beer. He's from Chicago. Yeah, I like dark beer. I said, they taste like apple juice. Apple juice? So that I am assuming that was a failure for you. He drank Michelob Amber Bock in 95. And that's all he drinks. Like, if you go to his house, he's got a stash of Amber Bock. Well, he liked it and he kept drinking it, and that's all he drinks. Oh, well, he's happy with it. That's how some people do. They latch onto a brand and they stick with it. Unlike me, who's always jumping around. Town, down, frown, clown. All right. But I like Amber Bock, and if the price was right, it'd be one of my standbys. But, I get Keystone Ice for a tolerable price. I don't think beer is too well. It's not a very good price these days. I used to get suitcases of Schaefer for $7.98. I saw the Modelo Negra at Walmart too, but only had 12 packs. It's worth it. If you get it for like $15 or $16, between that range, $15 to $16, believe me, it's better than Amber Bock. In my opinion, I think Modelo Negra is better than Amber Bock. And I like Amber Bock, but Modelo Negra, oh yeah, oy, vey. Muy bien. Okay. So, the famous Martell Cognac VS. I know, I'm not buying any more small bottles. But I got a good deal on this, but I'll just buy their full-size bottle from now on. But, I got this bottle for like 200 milliliter bottle. 2 of these for $11. Look up the price of Martell VS, and you'll notice I got a deal. Not a great deal, but a deal. And the Blue Swift is even more. Now, this got this little flim-flam press board cork. It's not like a real hunk of cork. It's like little chips of cork that are particle glued together some kind of way with some kind of adhesive. Hey, but I don't care. But a viewer pointed that out. He said, that's not a real chunk of It's not a real chunk of cork. I said to myself, that person's right. It isn't. Guess it's better than that rubber stopper that you get with like a lot of products. But then some people say that the rubber actually is better because it doesn't dry rot as fast as the cork. And I found that out the hard way with that 1983 bottle in a Wild Turkey 101. The cork was dry rotted. I didn't know anything about that. I thought cork could just be good. And I went to turn it and it broke. And all the cork fell down into the Wild Turkey 101. 8-year age. They don't make an 8-year age anymore. Barreled in 1975. Bottled in 1983 while somebody was listening to Quiet Riot. And but I saved it because somebody said pour it through a strainer and it'll work. So I think I took a coffee filter, and I poured it in there and it dripped through. It took a while, but it dripped through the coffee filter. And then, well, of course, all the cork didn't go through. So, but whoa, what an irritation. I might have used a metal strainer, but I'm pretty sure I used a coffee filter. And I saved that bottle of 101, but I said, I don't want to go through this again. And somebody, I was seeing a video, I think on YouTube somewhere, he said, if you take it and turn the bottle over and moisturize the cork every now and then, just do that. It'll keep it from dry rotting. I don't think I'm going to keep any of these long enough for that to happen, but I mean, because that other one was almost 40 years old, but it could, but I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen because I'm going to keep tipping them. All right, they're both 40% alcohol, if I'm not incorrect. Yeah, I have a solo review of Ciroc coming up. I didn't post it yet. I got to post some videos today. I didn't post a video today because I didn't have any put onto the computer yet. They were all on the camera. Imported by Ciroc Distilling Company. Yeah. It's really Diageo. It's real wood here, though. It's not like it's real wood. It's a real wood dot. All the Ciroc got a different like plastic dot, so to speak, for the flavor. But this one's wood, and that is the flavor. It's a beautiful bottle. That'd be beautiful for $34. I saw it at Walmart today, $34.99. But I got it for $29.99. Oh, yeah. All right. That's why I bought it, because I said, if I don't buy it now, I'm going to have to hold my peace. Actually, if I don't buy it now, I know I'm going to pay more later. And I know that's, so I got a good deal on $29.99. Now, what does Martell VS cost? I know it's not $30. I don't believe. Let's see what they say on the website. I like this website because it's telling you what it's designed for. VS Single Distillery. It's made at a single distillery. Okay, it used to just be called Martell VS. This is the old label I've got. They all have that blue Swift on it, that bird. Well, now it's got the gold Swift because they came out. No, this is gold too, but they came out with the blue Swift. The bourbon barrel. Well, that's another story for another time. Smooth and fruity. The Martell VS Single Distillery Cognac is great for cocktails. See what they're focusing on? It's great for cocktails. First thing they say, from a single distillation source for a richer cognac experience. Straight. Now they got 2 ranges. This is really good for their website. 2 ranges, straight or mixed, fruity or spicy, smoothness and boldness. So, and it's like a heat. Like when you play hot and cold with somebody and so it's all the way to mixed. This is made for mixing. The whole bar is red to mixed, and mixed is lit up. Fruity to spicy, all the way to spicy. It says smooth and fruity, but they got it all the way to spicy. Smoothness, dead in the middle, half cold, half lit up. So it's midway between smooth and bold. Now, you got other cognacs from them that's all the way straight. It'll say, drink it straight. You should drink it straight. You paid $300 for it. Why you mixing it? Now, Ciroc. Let's look what they say. Fine French brandy. Well, okay. Diageo wanted to get into the brandy game. It's not a cognac because it's not made in the Cognac region of France. It's made in southern France. Oh, well, what's the difference between cognac and brandy? Really nothing, except that brandy that's made in Cognac region, they call cognac. And if it's outside of Cognac, which is the rest of France, then it's brandy. And Cognac isn't a big area. It's like a little tiny area next to the Atlantic Ocean. You know, you're talking about like, I think it's like 10 miles high by 12 miles wide. I mean, we're not talking about a huge area, but they got a lot of distilleries there. Some people say, that's just marketing. It doesn't mean anything. It probably doesn't, but it is a legal term. Okay. Ciroc VS. Introducing Ciroc VS brandy. Come out in 2018. A dedication to distinction. Our brandy is crafted with passion, process, and patience for incomparable smoothness and flavor. That's only equal is the individuals who celebrate their moment with a glass in hand. Well, I have a glass in hand. I'm celebrating the moment. And they're showing it in a rocks glass. It's not in a Glencairn. A simple, it says VS on ice versus neat. Oh, and VS neat. A simple serve of ice or neat. Now listen. A simple serve of ice on ice or neat is our preferred pour, highlighting the sophistication and smooth finish of Ciroc VS French brandy. So they're telling you, this is the company, they must know, they made it. They say pour it over ice, which I'm not going to do, or neat, which I'm going to do. It's their preferred method. But if you insist on doing cocktails, they got recipes. One is called the Rising Sun. Ciroc Sidecar. French 75. So there you go. And they do the same thing on Martell. List cocktails that you can make. So I'm actually drinking the Martell VS. And what is VS brandy? Usually it's about 2 years old. This is not definitive, like legal, strict rules with brandy. Okay, it's not like bourbon and all of that. But the general idea is VS is 2 year, give or take, but usually give 2 years. Say 2 years. VSOP, very smooth old pale. Look at my hair. Wow. Very smooth old pale is 4 years. And the XO usually be 6 years. Then you got the really fancy pants ones that be like 12 years and all of that. But usually it's 2 years, kind of raw, and then 4, more developed, and then 6 years, the XO. Now, would we expect that Ciroc's going to come out with a VSOP and an XO? You would think. But it's only been 3 years since they hit the market. So maybe next year in 2022, they'll come out with a VSOP. Would I buy it? Of course I'm going to buy it. Would they come out with an XO in 2024? Probably. Why limit yourself to one? I don't think they will. All right. Oh, my hair. I ain't worried. I got hair. I know some people that don't, and they fret over it. You say, you be fretting too if your hair fell out. You'll be all looking at the Hair Club for Men website. No, maybe I would be. I don't know. I can't. I have a full head of hair. You know, it didn't fall out. It's still mostly brown, you see. Somebody asked me the other day, last week at work, he says, hey, what do you put in your, Ronald, what do you put in your beard? I looked at him like he was crazy. I said, what are you talking about? I said, I don't put anything in my beard. And then he looked real careful, and he said, oh, you do have some gray. I said, yeah, I don't add any color to my beard. I said, that'll be the day when I do that. I said, oh, no, it'll turn white. If it turns white, it turns white. I said, I don't add hair coloring and all that. And then the other, yes, I think it was yesterday at work. I said, hey, his hair, I said, he's 3 years older than, I'm talking about another guy. I said, he's 3 years older than me, and he doesn't have any gray in his beard. And the guy that asked me that, I said, yeah, isn't that strange? And none in his hair either. I said, it's amazing. No gray. But then, of course, I know he was laughing because he knows the guy probably adds hair coloring. To me, that looks bad, but you say, well, that brandy's probably colored. Now, here's where you got me. You say that brandy's got coloring added. Well, yeah, probably so, because you know, that's a common thing with brandy and scotch. They add caramel coloring. Is it going to get that dark after 2 years in a barrel? It could, if it was a never before used charred oak barrel and it had a deep char like alligator char. Only one little problem. Most of these are aged in used barrels, old bourbon barrels. So I guess they're adding coloring. And you know what else? I don't even care. What's the site you're referencing? The site I'm referencing? Just drank one. They're rich and sweet, but not as heavy as a stout. The Modelo. I saw them. Oh, you're talking about the Amber Bock. No, they're not as heavy as a stout. Although some stouts are so light, they're really not stout. They're more really a porter that they're trying to call a stout. The site I'm referencing. I already made a bunch of references, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay, here we go. I don't even know if I mixed. Did I mix these up? They're the same appearance, mahogany. So let me tell you something about caramel color. Let me tell you something about caramel. You say, what's caramel? It's sugar that you brown in a pan. Wow. Take sugar, brown it in a pan. Doesn't sound dangerous to me. You say, well, we injected lab rats with thousands of milligrams of caramel coloring every day for 10 weeks. And they started getting sick. And that means caramel color is going to kill you, man. Yeah, but how many people do you know that inject straight caramel coloring into their veins for 10 straight weeks? Yeah, I don't really know anybody that does that. And if you read the characteristics about it, it's odorless and tasteless. It basically has, they develop it to where it has no odor or taste. So it's not changing the flavor of the product. It's just a coloring agent. You say, well, it's cheating. They're making it look darker than it really is. That's right. It is cheating. I guess it is cheating because it would probably be very, very pale with just the slightest little yellow tint. Oh, but I guess they want it to be brown. Do they add color in the bourbon? No. That's illegal. It has to be the natural color. Bourbon has to be aged, straight bourbon has to be aged at least 2 years and never before used charred oak barrels. But then once you do blended bourbon or Canadian whiskey or Irish whiskey or Scotch whiskey, or like I'm drinking here, brandy, everything's all off the table. You know, the rules are out the window. You can add coloring, and I can guarantee you they do. Bourbon is a special category, and I'm talking about straight bourbon. Read your specs on blended bourbon. They can add flavor in. Oh, yes. Can and do. And I know people love Kentucky Gentlemen. And I know people love 10 High blended bourbon. And I guess if you love it, then it's okay. All right, time to get on with the show. Aroma. Now remember, think of brandy as grape whiskey because it's basically what it is. You say, no, you mean whiskey is grain brandy. Okay, whiskey is brandy made out of grain, and brandy is whiskey made out of grapes, and brandy made out of grain, and whiskey made out of grapes, and brandy made out of grain, and grain of thing. I didn't mean no harm. I didn't mean no harm. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same principle. With bourbon or whiskey, you're taking grain and distilling it and making a drink, a spirit. With brandy, you're taking grapes, you're making wine, then you're making brandy. And, you know, with whiskey, they make beer first. Not the kind of beer you drink from the grocery store, but they do make beer, and then they turn the beer into whiskey. Just look at those websites. They show it. They say, here's the beer. They say, but you wouldn't want to drink it. It's got no hops in it. You know, it just tastes like sugar or something. But then some people might like it, you know. They ought to come out with that. Why not sell it? unrefined whiskey beer. Put it in a fancy label with a crazy animal or the devil, you know, do the evil theme like these little basic ratchet companies want to do. And people would run out and buy it and say, I ran to get that. I waited in line in the cold for an hour and I got the whiskey beer. Taste. Okay, so the aroma is wood and leather and tobacco. And I mean, I'm not joking around about that. That's what it smelled like. Well, it smells good, like old furniture, but not real old, 2-year-old furniture. You know what I'm saying? All right. Less wood and not as pronounced of a nose. Is it way different? No. Oh yeah, the price. Let's look at Total Wine real fast. I'm sorry to hold y'all up. I know the Ciroc was $30 because I bought it. Martell. Taste. I'll wait on this. Martell Cognac. Now this tastes like it's sugar. You say, well, hell, it's grapes. Grapes are sugary. Excuse my language. I know it is. I know they are. So, well, most brandies are like this. Sugary, sweet, with a wood component. Like but not really like grapes, though. They're not really like grapes. They're more like prunes. You say, oh, no, what is you talking about? Ain't nobody got no time for that. No, that's what I'm talking about. They're like $30.99. Oh, 31. Okay, so same price. Well, there you go. So these are the same price. Well, that's good because I don't have to worry about price. So it's all on taste now. It's all on taste. So when you think about brandy, think about like a high alcohol prune product. You say, well, prunes are made from plums. I don't know why it tastes like that. It just does. I drank that Island pineapple from MD 2020 and it tastes like lemons to me. If you watch the video, I didn't say anything about pineapple in the whole video. I said it tastes like lemonade. I don't know why, I just did. I know it's made with pineapple flavoring, but it tastes like lemons. Okay, I guess you could make the argument that it's like a deep dark raisin instead. All right. Okay, I'll go along with that. A deep dark raisin, but still to me is prune. But you know, deep dark. FD said this is a difficult comparison. You got that right. Ciroc is known for vodka, right? But they got into this brandy thing about 3 years ago. Now, is it catching on? And they got this guy. What's he call himself? He's got some kind of little internet name or music name, but PD, Puff Daddy, Puff Father. I can't remember his real name. I like to use people's real name, not their stage name. But somebody was saying, I love this brandy because it's black owned. P. Diddy made it. I said, ho, ho, ho. And the lady went on and on about, I support black people and all. I don't care if she supports black people. I support black people. I support white people. I support Asian people. I support everybody. Y'all know me. I'm an equal opportunity supporter. So she was all down with her nation people and all of that. And I said, I made a comment, never heard back. I got to check my comments though. I haven't checked this morning. I said, oh, I agree. It's a very nice brandy, but she was saying she thought it was harsh, a little harsh and bitter, but there's no bitterness in it. I said, but what made you think it was black owned? I said, And I didn't say it in an ugly way. I said, you know, this guy, Sean Combs. Yeah, Sean Combs. So he was in collaboration with it. Okay, that's because the Mad Dog gets you barking. Yeah, I was doing some barking, unfortunately. Drank the last Michelob, need to get more. Stockyard, that's my go-to, but unfortunately I need to take the trolley and that costs money. Oh, Stockyard, that Trader Joe's brand. That's a dynamite private label. Sean Combs, P. Diddy, yeah. Just grabbed the Sam Adams Sips of Summer mix pack. A couple new ones in there. I saw that this morning at Walmart. I said, well, look who's finally started delivering variety packs again around here after over a year. Samuel Adams. And I looked at that. I said, well, I had these two already, and they weren't that great. They weren't bad, of course, but they weren't that great. And then these other two weaklings, I said, a session IPA. I always hate those. So I got two that I know are not that great. One that I know I'm going to hate because it's a session IPA. And then this third one that didn't look too exciting. I said, you know what? I'm not paying, I don't know what it was, $17. I said, I'm not buying it. If I find singles, I'll get them. What the heck? But if Matherns gets a 12-pack, I know they'll bust it open and sell them single. Matherns will do that. I know Walmart ain't going to do it. But I don't know why Samuel Adams want to come out with all these weak products. You say, well, it's summer. Okay, all right. But I don't know. I got some problems with them. And it's not some kind of metaphysical or political reasons. It's just that their products are kind of dull. You say, well, you drink dull beer. I know, of course I drink dull beer, but I'm not paying $17 a 12-pack for dull beer either. I'll let you know how the new ones are, Ron says Burley. Thank you, Burley. They're always good. I mean, Samuel Adams beers, they're always good. I mean, I'm never going to get on there talking about they're bad. But exciting? No, I don't think they're exciting. Now, this Hot Valley 12-pack I paid $18.99 for. I'm not going to sit here and talk about how great they were or they were world-class or anything like that. But they were definitely kind of exciting, really, in a way. They were kind of exciting because they had some character to them. And I read some reviews that were slamming them and some video reviews saying, oh, this and that, negative stuff. And I said, oh, well, you know. And then, but then other people were like me. They were saying, no, this stuff's pretty dang good. And then I found out, I said, oh, distributed by Molson Coors. So they got a distribution agreement with Molson Coors, maybe an ownership agreement. I said, oh, I see it. I see the problem now. People see Molson Coors and they are automatically going to say, man, ain't that good. It's all about the marketing. You're right. It's all about the marketing. Wood, some tobacco, the raisin. I don't know. It's like some caramel substance, but not caramel color. I don't know. These are hard, like you said, hard to do. These are difficult. But yeah, I told that lady on her comment. I said he doesn't own the company. It's owned by Diageo. That's Guinness. They're not black owned. It's a corporation. They might have shareholders, black shareholders. They might have Iraqi shareholders. They might have shareholders from Papua New Guinea, for all I know. But it's not what you would call a black-owned business. So I kind of thought that was comical. I said, I wonder if she would like it as much if it was not black-owned. You know, it just makes you wonder. It's kind of funny. Okay. This one is dry, or quite dry. This one is dry. They're both young, so you get those rough edges and whatnot with VS. Okay. When the first thing a distillery tells you is mix it, you know what you're dealing with. And if you don't know, you should know because you could read the website. This one is still on the dry end, but it's a good deal sweeter Can't say which is which though. Now, am I noticing that cognac brandy is light years and significantly different than regular old French brandy? No, no way, no way. Now, notice one thing I'm not remarking about. I'm not talking about any turned fruit. You all know I've had some French brandies that had that weird turned fruit flavor. No, these don't have that. They surely do not. Coors Pure in your market yet? Yes, it is, but I'm not paying for a 12-pack or a 6-pack. If I can find Coors Pure, which is what, like an organic ultralight, trying to compete against Michelob Ultra Gold organic. My thinking is they're going to come out with those tall cans soon enough so they can be right on that convenience store shelf next to the Michelob Ultra Gold organic ultralight, which is in 25-ounce cans. Well, with those, it might be 24-ounce with Anheuser-Busch. I don't know if they do their above premium in 25s. I think just their budget in 25s. But I'll get it. I'll try it. But I'm not really dying to buy a 6-pack of an ultralight beer, and I don't even like the style. But remember, I gave fair scores. Michelob Ultra Gold organic, it's dynamite. It's dynamite. It's fabulous. Probably the best ultralight on the market, no joke. And I don't even like the style. And I would never want to drink it, but it is great. Uncle Nearest is a black-owned Tennessee whiskey. That's right. But is it black produced? There's no Uncle Nearest distillery. But you're right, it is. The brand itself is, you're right. But my friend David bought some Uncle Nearest, and he said it's great. He thought it was fabulous. I never tried it. I said, well, Midwest Grain Products surely can do some great contract distilling. They really do great work. That's why they got the #1 contract distilling business in America. They ain't getting the business because they're doing bad work. I've seen pounder cans in reviews. They'll probably be ubiquitous soon, surely. Yeah. Good, says JW. Good. If I get I'll get the cans. I'm gonna try it. I mean, I'll probably like it. I like the Blue Moon Light. You know that one? What's it called? Silver Sable, whatever it's called. Silver Sword, Silver Ghost, whatever they're calling it. Light Sky, Skylight, Light Sky. I liked it. I thought the one that Molson Coors came out with last year was really good. The St. Archer Gold. What was that? St. Archer Gold. But nobody bought it. I bought it. Nobody bought it. Bethurns was stuck with that stuff. Nobody bought that stuff. And I remember overhearing one of the people over there, I don't think it was the manager, it was like a distributor saying, this stuff ain't going to beat Michelob Ultra. Nobody's going to buy it, I'm telling you. And it didn't. And the Southern Eagle people, the Anheuser-Busch people were looking at that like, you're going to fail. Ha ha. It was a catastrophic failure. Nobody could touch Michelob Ultra, man. Michelob Ultra is amazingly popular. I mean, that beer went from nothing in 2002 to one of the top 4 brands in America by production and sales. Incredible. And you say, well, it tastes like water. What is the deal, man? I know it tastes like very light beer, and that's what people want. Very light, clean, and superbly brewed beer with no deficits, no faults. Like there's literally has no faults. Doesn't have much character. But I mean, people love it. I mean, they love it. I see guys picking up their Michelob Ultra saying with their cigar, you know, yeah, I'm going to go out and play 18 rounds. And I'm like, yeah, I know you want everybody to see you buying Michelob Ultra. And they're really impressed. Got their hat that they bought at Rubenstein Brothers, you know. Got the shirt they bought at Perlis. Fronting with Michelob Ultra. I say, oh yeah. Takes me back to 1985 when people be fronting with Michelob. Same thing. They had their what was that shirt? The with the alligator, You know what I'm talking about? That French word, lacrosse shirt. Want to be at the golf course with their Michelob because I'm so much better than you. But that's cool. Michelob Ultra hit the stride with perfect timing. Boy, did they. Remember Bud 55? Sure, I remember Bud 55 from the old days. I still see Bud 55. People buy it. Don't know why. But it can't compete against Michelob Ultra in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But that Michelob Ultra is fire. That is fire. I'm talking about fire for the company. It ain't fire for me. I wouldn't drink it. But not to say it would bother me. If you gave me a glass of tap water, I would drink that too. Unless you were in Flint, Michigan, and we were hanging out. But you know, I can't rip on a style. Can't. I know that it drinks. Everyone I know drinks it. It's all they drink, period. It's all they drink. I know people that whole life revolves around Michelob Ultra. And it doesn't bother me because if that's what they want to drink, I don't care. Buy it. It's 4.2% alcohol. Now, you say, well, isn't this a cognac and French brandy taste challenge? Why are you talking about Michelob Ultra? Well, because I really cannot tell these apart. So is Martell VS Cognac an excellent product? There's no doubt about that. I could drink it every day. I'd never get tired of it. Wouldn't get tired of it. Couldn't get tired of it. Will not get tired of it. It's fabulous. Fabulous. Made during the reign of Louis XIV, or maybe it was introduced after he died, Louis XV, because you know there was those bourbon kings, Henri IV, Louis XIII, Louis XIV, Louis XV, Louis XVI, Louis XVII, Louis XVIII, Charles X, and Louis Philippe, that little fake bourbon king. He thought he was cute, thought he was clever, but after 18 years, his little tail guy ran out of the country. But that's the end of those people. 1848, last French king. Here we got a president of France who the people can't stand, and they still making Martell. The Ciroc is fabulous too, but it's a dead even tie. I mean, this is like about the biggest tie ever. How they got Michelob Ultra Seltzer? Now, yeah, Michelob Ultra Seltzer. Oh my goodness, I prefer Beast Light over Michelob Ultra due to price, very similar specs. Cheap and food, he says. Yeah, if you gave me a choice, would you rather drink Milwaukee's Best Light or Michelob Ultra? I'm going to pick Milwaukee's Best Light every day of the week. And it's a game, and people will, but you ain't going to see them at the golf course drinking Milwaukee's Best Light. They ain't going to get caught. They won't be seen drinking it. They'll say, no, never. And I've had people tell me, that's garbage beer. That's garbage beer. Milwaukee's Best. I said, you ever drank it? I wouldn't drink that garbage beer. I said, oh, so in other words, you never drank it. Got my answer. And I told the guy that was ragging on it, I said, I'd love to do a blind taste test with you. I said, because I guarantee you would never tell them apart. But he just kept walking. I said, yeah, I know you're going to keep walking because you can't tell them apart. But that's the whole framing. They see Milwaukee's Best, they think it's cheap, and they're going to call it garbage beer. And I said, in a blind taste test, you'd be so shamed. But you're not going to do it. Now, these are even. This is even. This is, if this brandy was named Steven, it would be even Steven. I'm telling you right now. I mean, this stuff is even. I mean, it's the same price, the same color, basically the same aroma, and the same presentation and the same everything. Just that one is a little bit drier and one is a little bit sweeter, which doesn't indicate a preference for me because I like dry and sweet. So they're both pretty nice. They're very nice. I'd order twice, red beans and rice. So I'm going to call it a straight up draw. It's a draw. So if you go to the liquor store and you say, what should I buy, Ciroc or Martell VS? I say flip a coin because it is an even prospect. I think The Martell, from recollection, is a little drier, and I really don't know, but I think it is. So I'm going to say this is the Martell, but I'm not confident in any way. It's the Ciroc. Well, goes to show you. So the Martell is the sweeter one. Okay. But I like the. I told you already before I called it that it was a dead tie. So well, that's a good hangout though, because either way the cut goes, you win. It's an approach conflict. You win with this, and you win with this, and the price is identical, and they both have beautiful bottles, and they're both from France, yada yada yada, et cetera, and that's it. Now, what's going to happen with the Blue Swift, the Martell Blue Swift, the bourbon barrel finished? Now that's $39. Is it going to really be $9 better? Nah, ain't no way. I ain't paying $9 extra for something that might be a shade better, but time will tell. We're going to try them out. Guess Saturday morning at dawn, showdown at dawn, Delta dawn, Antonio Orlando and dawn, all of that at dawn. If you can single out the Beach Session IPA by Sam, I think you should try it. If I get a single, I will definitely try it. Mark Lockwood says, hi there from Lockdown, United Kingdom. Oh, the United Kingdom of Lockdown. I've heard, my daughter went there. Try Jura whiskey, Scotland. The Scots say the best whiskey distilled in the world. I've heard of Jura, but don't think I've ever seen it. Nina Yorty says, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Baba Booey, Mama Monkey, Baba Booey, Mama Monkey, P. Diddy. All right, well, just goes to show you, you can buy two above premium. Well, I guess they're still in the premium range, $30. Okay, premium range. You can buy two premium VS brandies, and you pretty much can't tell them apart. Pretty much cannot tell them apart. So Saturday morning, get ready for a showdown between Ciroc versus Martell Blue Swift bourbon barrel finished. Don't think it's going to be much different than this. It'll probably be a tie. I won't be able to tell them apart. If you want to save trouble, don't listen to it, because it's going to be the same old story. And next Wednesday, we've got any fruit flavored beer. Listen to me, world. Any fruit flavored beer. Not a beer that tastes like fruit because the hops are fruity. No. Fruit flavored. It's flavored with fruit or fruit flavoring. You say, well, what about the original Club Tales mango margarita? It's flavored with mango flavoring, so that would qualify. You say, what about Paul Honor grapefruit radler? Yeah, it's flavored with actual grapefruit, and so on. So if it's, you say, well, I bought some Four Loko strawberry and it's artificially flavored. That's not fruit flavored. That's a chemical that tastes like fruit, so that would not work. Naturally fruit flavored, you got it. Actual fruit, you got it. Artificially flavored fruit, you don't got it. And hops that taste like fruit, you don't got it. Mango Budweiser, right. But except they don't make that. All right. Anyway, but maybe by next Wednesday, Nina, they'll make it, and then you could join with Mango Budweiser. That's not currently being made, but maybe by next Wednesday. Thanks for watching this video production. Everyone, take care. And I did not accomplish any. I kind of thought this video would turn out this way. I really thought when I was looking at the two bottles on the counter, I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to tell them apart. And I couldn't. Thank you for watching this video production.